As promised, I am going to do a review of the new Hitman game on the PlayStation 4. And I've played this game now for a few days, and an easy game it is not. This is quite a difficult and tricky game. It takes a lot of patience and really planning out what it is you want to do. So when you start off the game, they do give you a little section where it's basically training. You get the same situation, only you can do it as many times as you want and kill the target in as many different ways as possible to give you an idea of things you can do, which I thought was very good. I only did the mission a couple of times, but you can go back and do it as many times as you want and complete the mission in different ways, whether it be poisoning them, strangulation, shooting them from a distance, any of these kind of things. So there's all these different ways that you can use to take out your target, and this just allows you to get a basis of how to do that in all the different ways and give you an idea. You'll never use them all throughout the whole game because there's just so many, and you need to kind of develop your own style of how you like to take out the targets. An MO, if you like. So you start off the game. The game does have a running storyline. It runs through the game, but it'll run that through every mission after you complete it. So it starts off with a little bit of the storyline, and then it'll give you the mission. Once you've completed that mission, it'll come up with the next bit of storyline, and then it'll just take you to the next mission. So there isn't any bits popping up in between. It is quite the missions took me around 2.5 hours to complete, but I did have to reload bits at times. What's quite good as well about this game is it just came to mind is that you can save the game at any point. So once you've completed a little bit that you were doing, you can save it at that point. So if you get caught and you get shot or whatever, for whatever reason that what you were trying to do that wasn't quite successful enough, you can go back and do it again, and which is quite good. You'll probably also have to use that feature as well. I found that when you poison your targets, the poison doesn't kill them. It makes them sick, and they'll go to the nearest toilet. So you've got to try and figure out where the nearest toilet is, either beforehand or follow them. They'll usually have a bodyguard with them at all times. So you follow them. That'll show you where they're going, and then you can go back, load it up, poison them, and wait until he starts to get sick. And when he starts to get sick, head to that location. There's a cupboard in all of the toilets which you can hide in, and that will allow you to take out your target without anybody knowing. So things like that. You might have to do it a couple of times just to get where your bearings are, because the one thing that I believe this game lacks is the ability to do a wee bit of reconnaissance before you actually go in to where the target is, so you can get a lay of the land. So that might just even be a simple thing like being up with binoculars somewhere on a high spot, and just getting the binoculars out and finding out exactly where things are, or doing something that allows you to get an idea of the plans for the building so you can see where things are on the inside. All these things, it doesn't really give you any of that. It's quite difficult to find your way around. You just have to go in and start walking around as best you can, and find out where most of the things are. You can see where the targets are by holding the R1 button, which is quite good. You can just hold that down and start looking around, looking up, putting the camera at all different angles, and it'll give you an idea of where your targets actually are. So that's quite a good feature. And like I was saying a minute ago, it's the only thing that I believe it lacks is the ability to really. It does give you a bit for planning out the mission in the sense of you can pick your weaponry, what outfit you're going to wear. You can pick from an outfit that it gives you, the traditional outfit, and if you got this steelbook edition of the game, you'll get the option to use the white suit as well. So you can pick that. You can pick from different hidden weapons, along with a couple of other items, whether that be coins or the wire you can use to strangle people, or lockpicks for doors. There's loaded. You can only pick 2 items, and there's lots of things you can pick. So the game in itself it plays very well. It is quite tricky. It will take a bit of patience when you're playing the games. It does take a while to complete one contract. To complete the one mission. It does take a while. But that is the kind of whole point of the game. It's not just running in, shooting everything that moves, and coming back out. So you've got to try and get in and out. Only kill the targets that you're there to kill if possible. Try not to kill anyone else. You can knock guys out by choking them out. But try not to kill anyone. So I would give this game an 8 out of 10. It just misses out in getting a 9 out of 9 or a 10, purely just down to the fact that planning the mission, there isn't enough for me on the planning of the mission. So you can actually plan out exactly what you want to do. Because if you watch any movies about guys that are assassins in movies, they have it all planned out to a T, exactly what they're going to do before they even enter the building. And you really need to be able to do that here, and you can. You can only really go in, take a look around, take a guy out, get a disguise that you can use to allow you to access areas which you otherwise couldn't. So security guards can go into other areas that waiters, for instance, can't. So you need to try and access what you need to get into these areas. One of the other things before I go that you can do is it does give you opportunities. So as you're walking around, and you might overhear someone talking, and that will reveal an opportunity to assassinate a target. And once you you start getting these, you can track it, and it will tell you which steps to follow up until the actual assassination part. It will tell you exactly what to do to get the target to where that target needs to be, so you can assassinate them, which I think is quite good. So that is quite a good point as well. So that's my review for this game. It's a very good game. I'll definitely pick it up. You do have to have patience. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't really like playing the games that take time for planning and working out, it maybe isn't for you. But I would certainly give it a go if you've got the patience for it. Let's say so it's a 9 out of 10. The only thing that lets it down is the fact that you can't plan the missions out better beforehand. But other than that, it's a very good game. You'll have lots of fun playing this game, and definitely pick it up. So that's the review. Get yourself out and get this game, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Thank you. Oh, before I go, feel free to give a thumbs up and leave any comments to help improve the videos in the comment section. Thank you. See you later.